in the physical. You know what? That's half the battle. Half the battle is showing up. Because while you're here, you can listen, hallelujah, to the word. You are the sacrifice. Touch yourself, say, I am the sacrifice. I am the sacrifice. You are the sacrifice for the altar that keeps the covenant alive. And so Abraham, go through his act of obedience to sacrifice his only son Isaac, would activate the covenant of Yah's promise. Hallelujah. That was a type of what Yah was going to do. For Yah so loved the world, he gave his what? His only begotten son. Hallelujah. Jacob named a place of his beginnings. We learned that the journey is important, that we take the journey. It's important that we present ourselves as a sacrifice. Hallelujah, so that his covenant might be what? Established. Jacob named a place of his beginnings where he met Yah, Bethel, and anointed it as a point of reference or memorial to remember him by. This process in his mind as a geographical state of his mind called church. Somebody said church. You see, when he met Yah on that mountain, that was the visitation. That's when he first met Yah. As a point of reference, he poured oil on the rock. And the Jews did that. They would pour oil, they anoint a place and make it a memorial as a form of remembrance. But Jacob did that with that place where he did that was called Bethel, which is called the house of Yah. And he anointed it as a point of reference to remember him by. It processed in his mind, geographical, as church. Jacob vowed that if Yah kept it, y'all read the promises. He said that if he kept his promises and was faithful to all that he said he would do, that he would return at the same place or that same state of mind. We now become the church of the temple of the living Yah, where he takes habitation or dwells. Didn't you know that you're the church? Hallelujah. You now become the church. Now I bring to you my topic for today. My topic is let's go back to church. Hallelujah. We talked about Jacob's experience. We talked about Jacob's, hallelujah, visitation. We talked about Jacob's journey and the many things that he went through. There were some things that Jacob went through. He wasn't pleased about himself. Hallelujah. He remembered when he deceived his brother Esau. And sometimes there's some things that goes back in your mind. And it makes it hard for you to reach the place that you need to be. Because you know you did such and such and such and such to such a one. And you know, hallelujah, that it's not accepted in Yah's sight. Hallelujah. So Jacob said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this sacrifice. And I'm going to wrestle with myself. The thing that Jacob wrestled with, Jacob was wrestling with some things. He was wrestling with some things. Jacob was wrestling with malice. Jacob was wrestling with hatred. Jacob was wrestling with cruelty. Jacob was wrestling, hallelujah, with different things in his lifestyle. Jacob was wrestling with gambling. Jacob was wrestling with hustling. Jacob was wrestling with all kinds of things that separated him from the covenant of Yah. Paul says, what shall separate you from the love of Yah? Shall heights, shall depths, shall things present, shall things to come, shall sword, shall peril, nakedness, famine, things present, or things to come. Paul said, I reckon, hallelujah, I'm persuaded in my own mind by the things that I went through. he brought me through, that nothing should separate me from the love of Yah. My question to you, what shall separate you from the love of Yah? After you finish your journey, what shall separate you from the love of Yah? After you presented your body as a sacrifice, you took the pain. Folks talked about you. Folks scandalized you. Folks spit on you. They talked about you. They gossiped about you. After you've been through all that, if you can't go through no more, tell me what shall separate you from the love of Yah? I'm persuaded that nothing shall separate me from the love of Yah. Hallelujah. 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 You see, church ain't really pretty all the time. Sometimes you go through some things. Church ain't a place of gathering and socializing. Y'all let me know this, that many of us got caught up in church being a place of sociality, a place where we can come and talk, a place where we can, hallelujah, we can talk about things that happened through the week, where we can gossip about Sue and Mary, hallelujah, hallelujah. We have gotten to the point, and if we've been doing church, there won't be a reason to go back to church. So I don't know why y'all is telling me this, hallelujah. Why do we have to go back? Because we've gotten far away from church. Hallelujah. We don't have church like we used to. Church don't register like it used to. Church turned into a daycare center and a recreation center, a place of recreation. We've forgotten the sacrifices. We've forgotten what it took to get here. We've forgotten what it took when we used to tarry all night long and wallow in the floor. We forgot about that. Hallelujah. We've gotten comfortable. We've gotten relaxed. Sitting in our seat. Folk gotta pump you up. They gotta tell you how good y'all been to you. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But when I think of the goodness of Yah and all He's done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah. Thank Yah for saving me. I could have been dead, but you saved me. I could have been sick, but you healed me. Because of covenant, lift your hands and say covenant. Covenant. Let us go back to church.